Hi, I am Petersen. I am from Denmark. I am living in Sweden, and I'm here to give you insight into Global in my own way about how I double my money every 30 days. And I'm not the only one. There's 138 million members in this community. I'll be starting very briefly. First, a little introduction.
All over the continents, in Europe, Asia, America, Africa, and even Australia, we are now more than 30 million participants. Tens of thousands join our system daily, and here we have not only Russia, but also Germany, Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Belarus, Israel, Thailand. They've been saying that we are few in number, that we wouldn't be able to gather a rally of thousands. They've been lying to us, haven't they? Yes. Remember, together we can do a lot, and we are changing this world. We can do a lot. We can do a lot. We can do a lot. Thanks to all of you. Can you see the new look better?
Alright, so Global is not a company nor a business. It is a self-managed community by members that help each other and give each other financial assistance. There is no boss and there is no owner. Has a very interesting history, and well, I have logged into my account, and is a system managed by members, and it was founded by Sergey Mavrodi, and he's a very, very interesting man, and I'll talk more about him. For now, I have logged into my back office, my account, and today I have been in for 30 days or 1 month. Today it's the 28th of November, and I joined with my first $20 deposit on the 28th of October, 1 month ago. So let's have a look at what's been happening in my account. I started with $20 down here. It's the gray button in the right corner. 28th of October, $20. I request to provide help on the 28th, and then along the way, hours later or days later, another member will show up and say, this help you're providing, can I please request that? Thank you. and then I have a 36-hour window to do the transfer. We transact in Bitcoin. It's very fast. It's very cheap. It's Bitcoin is ultimate currency. It's the amount you see here is in dollars, because the dollar is something everybody has a relationship with in the world, and everybody knows about how much a dollar is, and so to know approximately the size of the money what we're dealing with, everybody knows what a dollar is and how much money the $20 is, for example, or $10,000 for that matter, which is the maximum we can have in the account. So we transact in Bitcoin, so we buy Bitcoin with our local currency, or dollars or whatever we have, in our PayPal account or something to pay for the Bitcoins. There's many ways of buying Bitcoins. So after you have Bitcoin and you want to, let's say that you have been requesting help and you have been receiving a lot of Bitcoin dollars, and you need this money, you need to cash to get some cash out of your Bitcoin. So you sell your Bitcoin, and there's many ways of selling Bitcoin. So you just get equivalent to, let's say in this case, $20 or $40, and in my case I get it in my currency, which is Swedish currency, Swedish krona. So it's really easy, and to send Bitcoin from member to member, it's much similar to sending an email, or even to set up the account of a Bitcoin account. It's free. It's easy. You can set up a Bitcoin account with. I have blockchain. Others have Coinbase. Others have, just like you can have Gmail, you can have Yahoo, you can have. There was Hotmail, and so the same way there's different places where you can have your Bitcoin account, and it's free to set up. You can have as many as you want. It's really easy to receive and send money. So, well, in this example, I started with $20 on the 28th. The minute I do that, I start earning interest on this money, which is also Mavros. When I have $20, it's like I have 20 Mavros. So I'm earning interest. The minimum interest is 20% a month. So I'm earning a daily percentage. So if you divide 20% into 30 days, you have 0.67% a day. You cannot get less than that. That's a minimum. It's set and forget, and your money will grow with 20% a month on a daily basis, 0.67% a day. Now you can earn more than that through doing a daily task that is quite easy. It takes maybe 10 minutes or 5 minutes. you have to do some advertisement in this daily task in the social media. It's often Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, blogs, social media, what have you. And you have to typically post a picture, MMM related, a video, also MMM global related, and you have to write a unique text in your own words, something short and positive, or you can make it longer if it's allowed, and it's up to you. And many times they ask you to include some hashtags, or the task can vary a bit, but this is very typical for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, but the tasks can vary and be different. When you do this daily task, you earn additional 2.67% a day, and that is additional to the 0.67% a day. And if you do the daily task, that means you must earn 3.33% that day, and any day you do the daily task. Let's say that you always do the daily task every day in a month, so that means you earn the first 20 and then the additional 80%. You earn a total of 100% each 30 days or month. And that's what I'm doing. These deposits I'm making, I in fact have done all my tasks every day for 30 days, and I'm a new member, so that's quite alright. I got with the program fast. I'm not super skilled, and I've been able to teach some of my friends that wanted to do this too, how to do these daily tasks, and we help each other, and some of them are beginning to say, yeah, I know what to do. I'll do it alone. So of course they'll call me if they have a question, or they can even turn to a Skype group we have. So anyway, I have my $20 here on the 28th. About a week later, I received $40 from a friend, and that was quite a surprise, and I was happy. Yay, I can put another 40 in, and then I have 60 going for me instead of 20 so soon, and that made me happy. So then later, I made a request to take out 20. Now this is not, these deposits I'm making, I have not touched them. When I put something in, it becomes a deposit by itself. I can touch it, I can take it out, but I don't, because I want my deposit pool to grow. My pool of deposits, I want to grow it as big as possible, so that the total deposit size grows and grows. So this 40 I'm requesting to take out here, it comes because I had 20 for 2 weeks, earning 3.33 daily. I had 40 for 1 week, earning 3.33 daily. So that just made me able to take out, let me see, yes, 40. Let me be sure. Yes, 40. And So wait. I I it's the 40 that I got from the friend, and the request was that I made a request to take out 20. I'm sorry. So the 20 came out of interest earned on the 40 and on the 20. 20 for 2 weeks, 40 for 1 week, and I was able to take out this 20 purely from interest, nothing else. So that's the one you see above that I just turned back in, and then my 60 now becomes 80, which is on the 13th of November. The colored bars are the transactions between me and members. The green one is from me to a member. The orange one is from a member to me. I made another request. I had $10 on the 16th of November. Again, interests that I could take out and then add, so that the 60 now 80 became 90, not so. 60, 80, yes, 90. And then on the same 16th, I had a salary, and I thought, let me put in $230. It's not that I'm rich or anything, it's just that when you get your salary, you kind of I decided that I pretty much know what's gonna happen here. So it's gonna double the money in about a month, and I wanna get it done and over with, and get some very big amounts as fast as possible. So I kind of needed to put in 230, although it's a lot of money, and I absolutely made this month really tight. But you gotta go through it to get to it, and so I made a request to get help. Interests, I was able to take 20 out of the interests. So the deposits will always show the size they were deposited in, and show the date and the size of the deposit in the account. The interest will begin to accumulate in a stack next to that, so that it's very easy to tell what's interest and what's the original deposit. And also, when you take out money from the system just calculates everything for you. You can see what is the original deposits. Don't touch that. You can if you will, but then there's all the interest, so you click on those, interest, and you don't have to do the calculation yourself. The system tells you as soon as you can take increments of $10 out, 10, 20, 30, 40. So that's just very, very easy. So I made a request to get 20, and then a member comes and says, yeah, you're requesting 20, I'm gonna provide help to you, the orange button. And it's kind of funny when you provide help. It's like you put this amount of dollars you want to provide help to another member. You don't know who it is yet, but you say, I started with 20 and then later 40. So whatever it is, you have some dollar amount in your hand, you hold it out in the community, and you wait for somebody to come and grab it, to come and request it and say, what you are providing there, I request it. And then the clock starts ticking, and you have a 36-hour window to do the transaction. I have that window. When I have to send it to somebody, I have to do it within 36 hours. Then when I request, when somebody gets linked with me and he accepts, I'm gonna provide help. Or actually, even when the minute he gets linked, I believe the 36 hours starts counting, 1.5 days. And it's very important to be alert and really do it within that time, because you can't slide. It's gonna have consequences. You risk getting kicked out of the system, losing your account, not getting a chance again. You have to have a good explanation if you fail, and don't want to be considered careless, and we don't need people like that are careless and keep failing. We need people that know what the system is and do exactly what the system requires. So I requested 20, I got 20, which I put back in. What is the amount? So it's let's see, 20, 60, 80, 90. No, I didn't get it yet. 80 plus 230, 310. You can see the red cross. It means that the 10 I requested, we got linked by the system. He agreed, you are requesting 10, I'm gonna provide you 10. But for whatever reason, he failed to do that. But the system, we don't have to do anything. The system just knows that, and you can see up in the upper part of the screen that another guy was linked, and he does pay the 10. So the system is just very automatic and effortless. When failures happen like that, people are replaced and things work out. So I made a request to get help. Another 20, so 330. I got the 10 and the 20, 340. Request and request to get help again. 60. How am I counting this? Because I'm counting interest that I shouldn't count. Let's start again. If we just think about the original deposits, it's the 20, 40. That's interest. 10 interest. And then 230, so it's 60 plus 230, so it's 390. That is original out of my pocket deposit. The rest is interests. Even that 60 there, I made a request to get 60, and that comes out of these daily interests, 3.33% on whatever the deposits are. And last I transferred, I made a request for 60 and I transferred it. So I saw in the system that I have $417. So if the original deposit is 60 plus 230, 290. So 290 up to 417 is my growth and my deposit. And that is very nice, because I started with 20 and then later 40, and it's the low numbers. And to compare with, I'm starting my month number 2 today, tomorrow, and the next month forward is gonna be with 417, or even with the interest 400, and like I'm getting at least $13, 17, 20, $430, and then growing. So when I'm adding these interests, when I can, to the deposit amount that I'm counting on doubling, it's, when the amount is growing through the month, well, it's gonna do better than double then. So it's quite nice. I'm getting a good start here, a lot better than I expected. I told some friends, when members bring other members, so the amount that your first level people deposits, your friends deposit something, you get 10%. They deposit $10, you get $1. They deposit $20, you get $2. They deposit 10%. If they deposit $400, you get $40. You get your 10%. It's not just the first time they deposit, it's every time. So it's gonna be significant along the way, especially when people gain trust in the system and they wanna speed up the growth, and that's gonna affect the person who introduced them. But it's a one level thing. It doesn't go deeper than that for our members. Then there's guiders, and guiders are educated people that have been educated in the system, how it works, the rules, the history of MMM, the ideology behind MMM, and they function as like support that's up front and out with the members, that you can turn to and ask questions, that can solve your problems, that can tell you what to do in certain situations, that can help you when members come and say, hey, I met this guy, I don't know how to introduce this to him, but can you help me? And then the guider helps, and because sometimes people come into the system fast, new people, and then you need experienced people to say what this is, MMM Global. So that's the function of guiders, and another important function of guiders is that they provide stability. so that members can have their accounts in peace or rapid growth, if you will, and be fairly relaxed and excited about it. No panic, no going for greed, no hoarding. So this way, the money comes into the system when it's being provided, and it goes out of the system when it's being requested, and it's just a natural flow of things. Previously in history, there has been a few panics going on, and people rushing to the bank, so to speak, at the same time, which is called a run on the bank. And not even our banks today, they can't handle that. The banking system is so set up that when you put 100 in the bank turns around and borrows that 100 to somebody else. Well, not all of it. They keep 10%, and then the 90% they borrow that to somebody else, and that is just a circle that goes on and on and on and on. So this way, money springs into existence out of nothing, and that's kind of not fair, but that is what happens and what goes on. It's called fractional reserve banking, and this MMM members community is set up in the same way. When the banks can do it, why can't we do it too? So that was a brilliant thought from Marodi. Let's do that. And he's been perfecting the system along with his team over the years. There's been some panics. There's been a few rushes to the bank, and that doesn't work when people go for the money all at the same time. There has to be a balance, and so they learned to make a pause function. They learned to make a freeze function, so that even if people panicked, the money would be frozen for 2.5 months or something like that. And this way nobody lost their money. It just got there was a delay, but it was for the benefit and the good of the whole system, so that the system wouldn't be drained, and everything would start flowing again. So the system has been gradually improving and getting better. And then with the guiders, they have this important function that they provide peace and stability and understanding in how the system works and functions. And also that new members can learn about the system fast, and learn how to attract their circle of the people that are close to them, who they want to influence and pass this great new encounter, positive encounter onto. And I've lost a lot of money over things I was trying online. Try this, try that, hope in this, hope in that. For whatever reason, I have just lost quite a bit of money. And many friends and family have started to say, "Gosh, why do you keep doing that? And are you doing it again now? Oh my God!" So I'm trying to say, yeah, but it's different this time. Yeah. And you always say it's different, but it is, and it is. This time there is no company. This time there's no boss. This time it's not a business. It's a member to member design, and all the members are holding all the money and all the control, and everything is set up for the members, and with the influence and the history of the members to include changes that are improving the system. The system only improves because the members can help to guide these improvements. I didn't want to use the word guide now again in another meaning, but the members can help to bring positive changes about through communication and direct response, and a leadership team. Sergey Mavrodi, who listens to the members and are interested in. He wants to provide a system to the members that is as powerful as possible, so that we can level the wealth playing field, and get as much wealth out there to as many people as possible. That's what it is about. He does not like the financial system the way it is, and he wants to destroy it, or he wants to render it so that the power kind of flows all over the place, and we have as much power as there is in the financial system, if not more, and this way kind of take it over or destroy it, or it's gonna become useless to our advantages, is really what he wants. And the good thing about it is that this started in Russia with a small number in the early 90s, not that small, thousands and thousands, and then that grew into 10 million and 15 million, and they what they did then in the 90s were shares, and they would sell the shares. They would be valuable. The people would buy them. The members or the shareholders would buy them, and then this was a company back then. It was they would buy it back, and pay double, and then the members would buy it again, and then the company would buy it at double price, so that the members, the shareholders, would always win, and it got tremendously popular, and it was legal, and it was so popular that it was a problem for the government. The money that was involved was these shares were doubled. How much was it? 127 times. That just gets to be the turnover was a third of the cash flow in Russia. 30% was in this MMM, and the government was very concerned, and they wanted to stop it, and they did. Not that it was illegal, because he always did it legally. And when the shares begin to become questionable, he changed it so that it wasn't shares, now it was tickets, and still legal, and not operating under securities law, and this was put to the trial and test, and they lost. It was legal. But later on, they made this very long investigation against Marodi 3.5 years, and finally they came up with some BS that he didn't pay tax, and he started a company. He's not allowed in the position in government that he had been elected to do business. So they said, hey, you're doing business, we are putting you in jail, we are punishing you. The function was that Marodi was being elected to government, and he planned, government, they use other words over there in Russia, but a very powerful position, and his plan was to buy up the shares in companies that was normally only the elite, the oligarchs that were the only buyers and the only receivers of all the wealth. So Marodi wanted to change the system and buy these companies and distribute the shares amongst the shareholders and the ticket holders of the MMM, and that's why it was, the government had to they didn't have to stop him. They could have seen him as a very favorable, doing very, very, very favorable things in society and for the best of the country and the well-being of the people, but they didn't see it like that, and so they stopped him and put him in jail and said it's because of tax and it's because you're doing business, completely irrelevant of the good he was doing. Anyway, it happened. He went to jail, and the money in the headquarters, the money was coming in and going out and coming in and going out, always making the shareholders, the ticket holders, very, very happy, paying them a really good price. But at that time there was no electronic money, so there was quite a pile of money in the headquarters. So when he went to jail and the government came to seize this money and take it away, and it disappeared. Oh, where did it go? They took it out in trucks, and witnesses counted 17 truckloads of stuffed trucks, and 17 truckloads of cash that disappeared. It's like, wow, and really unfair. So Marodi continued with the ideology, and he wrote books in prison, and poems, songs. He's just that kind of pure things, like this system comes out, and he's like that. He's a giver, and he's brilliant, so what he has to give, it comes out one way or the other, and when he has the freedom to give the world something like this, he does. And if he's in jail, it comes out through poems and quotes, and what's it called? I'm gonna play some of those at the end. I would read them out aloud if I was a good reader to read out aloud, but I'll make the computer do it. It's a speech engine that it's an add-on that you can install to Chrome, and anybody can do that, and you can make your computer read text. So I do that a lot with text. So Marodi was jailed. He never gave up on his ideology. He's not that kind of person that gives up. And he, after jail, he came out and he started doing the new system of MMM, and more like in the form we have today, close to that. Of course, it's been perfected a lot lately, but he realized very fast that don't do cash in the headquarters. Let it be member to member directly, and that was an important change. So since 2011, there's been this incredible growth. So it grew big in Russia, millions and millions of members, and from there it expanded naturally into China and Asian countries that reached astronomical proportions of numbers and success. 138 million members today, $14 billion transacted between members. How about that? So phenomenal way it works. Brilliant design. The mechanics of it is really beautiful, and to be lucky and have Bitcoin come and help us with that kind of purity. I can say that Marodi himself and his MMM system is a purity, something original and beautiful that can hardly be improved upon. It just comes out original and strong and ready and kind of perfect, or shaping very fast into perfection, especially today with the guiders function and just the 130 million members is just creates stability and rapid growth, and the more rapid growth and stability and the guiders function, it just makes it solid and stable and more smooth and well functioning. So the system can grow. We don't have to be afraid of growth or too much growth. It can take the whole world right there all at once, and it's just gonna give more stability and more being solid and rock solid and in place, and the more members, the more well functioning. So to have that increase and grow from 138 million to 200 million, 300, 4, 5, 600 million is not a problem, or a billion or 2 billion, it's not a problem. It would be an improvement and make the system gradually better and better and better. The guiders, they earn into the deep levels. Then again, guiders earn half. like when a member introduces somebody and earns 10%, always, not just once but every time, when their people put money in the system, provide help, the person on top, so to speak, the upline, one level up or one level down, if you will, earns 10%. That's not the case for guiders. Guiders earn 5%, half on the second level, on the first level, and what is it? 0.3% on the second level, and then lower and lower percentages further down, but earns to infinity actually. And when the networks, when the downlines, when the teams grow, so it's really valuable to earn a little on big teams of people. Within this month, I experienced seeing a guider in China, a very young girl, posting that her guider's paycheck was $542,780. That was quite impressive and incredible and fantastic. She was a 10,000 guider, and meaning when you start out as a guider, actually I'm in guider school. I decided to go for that, and I was accepted, and I'm in guider school. I'm really happy about that. So, being a new guider, hopefully in a few days, I will be a 10 guider, meaning that my people are within 10, under 10. So when it expands to more than 10, I'll be 100 guider, because my system is within below 100. When it expands more than 100, that team, that these downlines become more than 100, then I'll be 1,000 guider. So this Chinese girl, she was a 10,000 guider, and had this tremendous paycheck of 542,780. I remember that number. What? Whew. And to think about the number of lives she helps to transform, transition, participate in, impacting, the indirect impact she's responsible for. It's amazing. I decided I'd really like to. Yeah, it might be stressful. It might be 8 hours, 10 hours a day. Who knows what it is, what you put into it, and you have to help people, and sometimes people stand on top of each other. Help me with this, help me with that, but let's take any other job. That so many jobs are very stressful, and you have to help people with this and that, and so much responsibility. And look at the pay you get in any other job. It's it's nothing compared to this. Even if it was some kind of a bigger manager job, or even CEO or whatever. Okay, not all CEOs, but I'm just thinking about that Chinese girl's tremendous one-time paycheck of more than $500,000. Oh, wow. and um, to know that you do that for a living, you help people, you work with ideology that I already, I have very big respect for this, things like this, pure, clean, pure, beautiful things that like Bitcoin. It's like suddenly it appeared in 2009 out of the thought of a person or a group, Satoshi Nakamoto, and then there's suddenly competition to the banking world, and there's suddenly a financial system, a monetary system that is fair and uncheatable and unbeatable, and it's so beautiful. So this MMM system and the Bitcoin system, they are beautiful in a similar way. Original and pure, uncheatable, unbeatable perfection that cannot be improved upon hardly. Wow, it's just what we need. And to be able to work with this kind of high standards or value systems that are just what I hold highest high and look most up to, and then I'm able to hopefully I'll be able to work with that and do this for a living and be promoting this in the world across borders, to the other half far away of the world, near and far, all at the same time, having friends and relationships, contacts all across the globe, promoting good, positive things, positive ideology, a strong, beautiful thing like MMM, and again another wonderful system like the Bitcoin, and it's like all these good things all at the same time, and I can be able to do that really, and have it for a job opportunity and a career. I'm so excited. So let's. I think I have to take a look at my notes now. I could say something about the rules. That the rules there are rules, but not many, and they're kind of flexible, and they're kind of easy, understandable, and very adaptable, easy to adapt to. The fact that you can come in and be a member with $10, and if you understand and make it grow, you double that every month. It doesn't matter who you are, what you come in with. If you can bring in a lot of money or small money, I say that it doesn't matter. Of course it does, but everybody is gonna reach the maximum level, hitting the roof there at $10,000. For people who have a lot of money and can start with a lot of money, that's gonna happen in relatively few months, like 3, 6, 7 months, or right away. So, and if you come in with $10, of course that little 10 has to double and double and double and double before it gets to look like those who come in with a lot of money immediately all at once. But if you double that 10, it doesn't take that many doublings, it's you'll reach the top target, the maximum level after what, a year and a half, 2 years maximum. You'll even be taking out things along the way, and so it's just a matter of being patient. And I like to say that it doesn't matter what you start with. What matters the most is that you start at all. That's the most important thing, that you start at all. And another experience I have with the rules is, let's say that I had some members, new members, life happens and things happen. They come in, they provide help, and suddenly they lose. One guy had to travel a lot and no internet access. His job transferred him to another city far away, and very unfortunate and inappropriate time, and we just lost contact, and he promised he would provide help to somebody shows up, and then the 36-hour window starts counting, and he got lost in this time, so his account got blocked, and then we write support and explain the situation, and this happened, and it was unfortunate, and so sorry. Please accept our apologies, and we know what the intentions are with the system. Is there any chance we can get back in the program? We will. This will not happen again, and fortunately this was accepted, and in another case too, something completely different. Life just happens sometimes, and it's good that the administration is very understanding, full of understanding, full of ideology, full of knowing what can happen to people in life. Of course, you cannot come and be stupid 10 times in a row. That don't work either. And for something else, the daily tasks, the advertisement. Let's say that I tried that the button didn't work, like something a certain way you have to go about it in Facebook. It's just not functioning at all. Then there's 4 other tasks. That's just one task out of 5. So people go and choose all the other things. Oh, I can't do this today or these days. Then you pick something else. But then, I was doing this in Facebook, and I kind of really wanted to do it. Hey, this is about posting a picture or posting a video, and I was kind of on a roll. In hindsight, I can say I was doing a promotion, and I wanted to continue my promotion. That was important to me, because I had this feeling like these other days I was writing this and that and this and that, and now it would be very suitable if I can write. I had in my head what I wanted to write for the day, and then I was not able to do it. So I thought, hey, okay, let me upload the picture in another way. It's not at all the way they are saying I should do it, through notes, or what was it? They had a description of the way we should do it. But then I thought, hey, I'm gonna do it totally in another way, not the way they say at all, but the end result is gonna be very alike. It's gonna be my own comment. I did attach the hashtags they said. I did upload a picture or a video, and I'm gonna copy a link to all of this so that they can see what I did. So I kind of did it in my own way and hoped for, took a chance and let's see if they accept this. And they did. And not just once, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times or something. And that just proves to me that they're so full of understanding and ideology. They take a look at, hey, this guy's doing his best. We don't know how he managed it. People usually say, oh, we can't do this, and then they don't do that task at all. But he kind of finds his own way of doing it, and we gotta give him credit for that. And he kind of did all the things we asked of him. Not exactly in that way, but who cares? This is kind of the same. All the same requirements are fulfilled. Good job. Let's give him his daily earnings of the remaining daily 2.68. No, 2.67% additional. So that happened not just once, but a few times, and it's just good to have rules that are inclusive and understanding, and people behind it that understand the ideology and live it and measure with it. That's amazing. That's great. I'm having a look at my notes again. The video failed so many times, and I've been saying things over and over, and I can't really remember anymore if I'm beginning to say things double or even 2 or 3, 4 times. I don't want to do that either. So I'm thinking about rounding up. And well, what could I say? It's funny with 138 million members, and this is just beginning to really break out into the world, other than Russia, other than some Asian countries, China, Philippines, whatnot, very big in Asia. Take a look at Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. There's a tremendous amount of testimonials, and it looks like they're all Asians, and some Russians. The friend that introduced this to me is, I think I said this in the beginning. I don't want to say it again. I'll say it fast if I. He was introduced. He's Canadian. He was introduced by a American, who was then again introduced by somebody really close to the United States, south somewhere, and they were the only serious people really working as guiders and as really wanted to do a big promotion of the MMM system. Of course, there's people in Europe and other places that just sit there and double their money. This doesn't spread like rings in the water among people necessarily. So it's to have so many people for so many years, so much success over there in Asia, and for this not to be any bigger than it is in the rest of the world, and just having a few Americans working seriously with this when we got introduced a month ago, that's amazing. Of course they have been piling people in for 2 or 3 months now, but still, I think I talked about this earlier. No, okay. More ideology, because the ideology is so big and so beautiful. I want to say about the ideology that go and see a YouTube video called, actually I played a little bit from that, the end of that at the beginning, to kind of begin in another way. And this clip, where is it? That clip was from The Truth the Government Does Not Want You to Know. I think that's the title. You can see the title here. Yeah, that is. MMM 2012, Sergey Mavrodi, The Truth the Government Doesn't Want You to Know. This is a 21-minute video that is just wow, it's really good. And then you can maybe find some other things, but this is really a very powerful, very strong, really good thing as far as information and as far as knowing who is Sergey Mavrodi, what kind of character is he. It's an great video. Go and look it up. Use these words and just put them into the put them into the search field and search for this video and see it. Other than that, I want to like I said, this is the Mavrodi's quotes. And I like to read these because it's the truth, and it's I like to come back to this and read this over and over sometimes. Maybe it's just me, but I really like these quotes he wrote. I'm gonna make the computer read it. It has a funny rhythm. Some will say it's an annoying voice or something. In that case, turn the voice off, read it with your eyes and your own inner voice. But you can also try and follow along with the voice and follow with your eyes, and sometimes it's not quite clear each word, but then you can see what the word is that you aren't hearing clearly. Okay, let me try. Listen to this, or read this.
Sergey Mavrodi, as quotes, "The cowardice has lots of names. I do not fear nobody. And no types of calls, you shouldn't to be afraid at all of anyone or anything. A feeling of fear humiliates. You lose yourself. You can betray only that who trusts you. The worst sin? Betrayal. Everything has its melting point. Friendship, loyalty, love, honor. Everything. And may God protect you from confirming this terrible truth in practice on people close to you. And there are abysses where one better not look into, since there is nothing else but betrayal, lies, dirt and meanness. If they treat you unfairly, humiliate you, abuse your honor and dignity, fight by all the available means and methods, without regard to anything and without looking back, defend it, your honor, at any price. Any. They used to duel for the honor. If you were silent and let them treat you like a dumb animal, a slave, what are you complaining about? Slaves don't have honor. The truth is the most improbable thing in the world. It is almost always charmless and unpleasant. It is only the life that is nice, beautiful and elegant. When everything is available, you don't want anything. There is nothing there. On the top, there is vacuum. But in order to understand it, you need to visit it. So I visited it and got to know any promises from evil. Every time there is something hidden, embroidered, understated. The key points are always highlighted in a certain way, and this is so common and ordinary that is widely perceived by everyone as a norm. But it is not a norm at all. It is a deceit in any way. And deceiving is not good, so I don't deceive anyone and in anything. Yes, people are wicked, but you should be kind. Our world is not as bad, hard-hearted and mercantile as many people perceive it. Is not redeemable, and people around are not so bad. Evil has not won yet once and for all, and fighting against it is possible and necessary. The world is bad, so make it better.
Yeah. How about that? I like it. So I'm just about done, I would say. I hope you learned something about MMM Global from another perspective, from a longer perspective, from a down to earth, perspective where, well, I was showing you my first month, the growth, my thoughts, how I'm impressed with so many aspects of MMM and the history of it, and I just have so much positive to say about it, and I'm so glad that hopefully I'll see where it goes with this guider school. I'm very excited about that, actually, and I hope that I ignite something in you guys that watch this, and that maybe somebody found so many other things about MMM and tries to look for something new, something presented in another way. And that's the goal here, that I'm trying to present information about MMM in another way. Yes, it's very long, but that's the point. That is the different way I'm doing it, and that's the whole idea, that I really want to do this in a different way than what is probably available out there. I know this will be different. That's the point. To provide something different. The opportunities for MMM in the future is looking so bright, and for you guys that are interested to come in and are interested in teamwork and forming, shaping your own plan ahead and impact. There's tremendous opportunities here, the way I see it. So I'm trying to really ignite something in you guys that want to be members and see how this can change your life. So many of us, we need some change so that we can, afford some better food, better medicine, healthcare, take better care of ourselves, our animals, if we have pets and animals, our friends, our, be able to live our dreams, and not just dream about them, but actually be able to do something about it, living our dreams. I'm looking forward to that myself. I'm looking forward to the guiders aspect of being able to make a impact in really far-reaching, ripples in the pond, circling the globe, impacting lives everywhere, across borders, and hope to inspire some viewers of this video to see aspects of the guiders side or the member side, and really say some meaningful things, although long, and although there's a lot of but this is what I did. This is what I wanted to do, and that was the goal. I'm very happy I had this opportunity, and it is what it is, and I'm excited about the future, and for you guys that want to be members, I want to say I wish you good growth, happy impact, and like they said in the video I played in the beginning, we can do a lot, and let's change the world. Thank you very much. Take care.